morning everyone. Every week you know that we are seeing technology based presentations. And this week we are going to see the innovations in forestry and agroforestry sector. Most of you are aware the whole country has witnessed a paradigm shift in forest and agroforestry utilization. Because after the enunciation of 1980 Forest Conservation Act, there is a shift in rational use of forest resources. So accordingly, you know that all the wood-based industries in the country, they have been directed to generate their own raw material resources after 1988. So that demanded, that enforced almost all the user agency to look for innovative mechanisms so that the raw material can be resourced on a sustainable basis. Because of innovations, innovative technologies, the achievement in this front is dismally modest. So under such circumstances, Forest College and Research Institute, it has conceived what is called as a value chain model. That value chain model has incorporated innovations in forestry and agroforestry sector. Of course, this we have started in the year 2004 with a small concept of involving paper industries. And this has been amplified with other industries in the year 2008 through what is called as an innovative project on a value chain on agroforestry, a value chain on particularly industrial agroforestry. And after 2008, and the whole concept has been disseminated to rest of the species as well, rest of the industries as well. We started with the paper industry, and then it has gone to plywood industry, timber industry, energy industry, biomass power industry, and biofuel industry. Today, wide range of industries. This is because success evidence during 2004 to 2008, and this has spread across the country, across the state of Tamil Nadu, which lead to development of over 70,000 hectares of plantations, particularly with the pulp and paper, predominantly with the pulp and paper plantations, and followed by plywood plantations, timber plantations, and other energy plantations. For all the systems, we have created what is called as a contract tree farming system, and this is possible because of the technological innovations. You know that before implementing the whole concept of industrial agroforestry, organized industrial agroforestry, which we pronounce it as a consortium mode or maybe the value chain based agroforestry, we identified the problems. What are the problems? Those problems already we have presented in the consortium earlier video presentation. The problems may be production level problems, processing level problems, and consumption level problems. To resolve all these things, all these issues, Forest College and Research Institute has intervened with a lot of innovations. There are 13 different innovations which we have introduced. What are the innovations? We can see one by one. The first and foremost is the development and deployment of high yielding short rotation crops. People always thought that tree means long rotation crop. Now what we have done is, we have identified a short duration crop. That short duration tree is amenable for multivarious industrial utility. That is the reason today trees are harvested from 18 months onwards for paper production, 36 months onwards for plywood production. The species with anything more than 18 inches are girth. It is for timber utility. Like that, we are able to use the whole systems. So these are the next video clip we can see. What are the high yielding short rotation clones amenable for varied industrial utility, which starts from timber up to energy. You can see next. Now, second innovation, inventory and identification of new and alternate genetic resources. If you take any industry, they will always depend predominantly on a single species. For example, you take paper industry, they depend predominantly on casuarina and eucalyptus. Take plywood industry, predominantly on eucalyptus. Take timber industry, predominantly on teak. Can we look for alternate species? Forest College and Research Institute, we are able to identify wide range of the alternate genetic resources. Now you can see what are the alternate genetic resources, which are Kaya senegalensis, Tuna ciliata, Acrocarpus fraxinifolius, Hardwickia veneta, Chucrasia tabularis, and Acacia hybrids. These are all new species which are identified, and these species identified and of course selected, tree improvement program has been completed, and based on the evaluation, the tree species are identified for their physical property, chemical property, mechanical and anatomical properties. This leads to identification and development of new and alternate genetic resources, and these new and alternate genetic resources are also introduced into the contract farming system. That is going to be the major system, part of the industrial utilization. That is a major innovation, identification and deployment of alternate genetic resources. Third important innovative technology, mini clonal technology. Already we have posted a very big presentation on mini clonal technology, particularly how to mass multiply the systems. Because ultimately you know that the productivity improvement is possible because of the genetic improvement which is possible through the clonal technology which we have established. For these purposes, whatever the high yielding short rotation clones we have identified and established, mini clonal technology has been perfected. Not only perfected, this has been translated to user agency through the consortium of industrial agroforestry and also through the agroforestry business incubator so that the quality yielding production is ensured. And wherever possible, genetically improved quality yielding production is able to improve the productivity which is more than 25 metric cube per hectare per annum. So that's the third important technology which we have already seen the elaborate presentation on mini clonal technology. But however, we are showing this for once again with the new version so that this will be useful to all the listeners or all the viewers who are viewing this video presentation. The advantage of mini clonal technology is very simple. It is only genetic uniformity. Epigenetic variation is eliminated. Second one is with a short space, for example, 1 meter square, we can accommodate 100 plants. And each and every plant, we can take 3 to 5 cuttings in a rotation of 21 to 30 days. That means throughout the year, we can take 5 into 12, 60 cuttings. 60 cuttings per plant and 100 plants, maybe 6,000 cuttings in a year. So that ensures availability. So one is genetic uniformity. Second one is low space. Third one is accelerated multiplication. Fourth one is with a minimal cost. Because of this technology, uniformity in routing is also ensured. So these are all the systems. You can see almost for all 30 different tree species, we have established this particular technology. Mini clonal technology is an innovation in forestry and agroforestry sector. If you really want to promote forestry as a plantation, this is one model. If you want to incorporate this technology for agroforestry, another model. So definitely this is one of the innovations which we have attempted to more than 30 different tree species which are timber based, plywood based, pulpwood based, non-timber based and energy based, wide range of species including fibers and flashes. So that is a major technology which you can see in the next video presentation. Another important thing is the precision silviculture technology. That's because you know that precision silviculture technology is based on site specific. And for this, I think wide range of species we are attempting. And this starts from the genetically improved planting material, then site specific clones, then site specific irrigation fertilization schedule and early harvest. So almost everything we are converging this. For example, Eucalyptus Eurogrant is based precision silviculture. Casuarina, I think MTP2 based precision silviculture. Melia MTP 1, 2, 3 based different utility. Like that timber genetic resources, plywood, paper, we are doing wide range of species. Currently we have established the 3 different models, particularly for Eucalyptus, Casuarina and Melia, and established the silviculture, precision silviculture model. This is mainly because of the genetically improved planting material coupled with other silvicultural operations. This ensured productivity, early harvest and higher range of productivity. So that gives attraction to the user agencies. Next innovation is industrial agroforestry. You know, we have learned agroforestry, which was only for the traditionally agroforestry has been planted for or practiced for livelihood. Today industrial agroforestry is mainly to generate raw material resources for wood-based industries. After 1988, after the National Forest Policy and after the industrial participation, I think there is a shift in the establishment of agroforestry. And here, Tamil Nadu Agriculture University has established a value chain model for industrial agroforestry. The agroforestry is specific to timber industry. You can see teak-based agroforestry. Agroforestry is specific to the pulp and paper industries. Eucalyptus and Casuarina. You can see next video. And third one is agroforestry specific to plywood industry. Melia dubia-based plywood production. Similarly, energy, biofuel, almost all the video clippings next you can see. The model is very clear. We have created industrial agroforestry model through contract tree farming. We have established contract tree farming in the year 2004 with the paper industry, 2008 with the match industry, 2011 with the energy industry, 2013 with the plywood industry, 2016 with the composite wood industry, 2020 with timber industry, and now we are also going to sign an MOA with the neem based oil seed productions. So like that, wide range of contract tree farming model. This is because of the concept of industrial agroforestry, the agroforestry for a commercial importance and the agroforestry for sustaining raw material resources for the wood based industry. Next video clipping you can see all the industrial agroforestry models. Is creating a multifunctional agroforestry model for a small scale farm. Already we have presented a lot of videos on multifunctional agroforestry, and this multifunctional agroforestry is very unique model for a small farmers. Those farmers who are owning less than 1 acre, and they can integrate agriculture, horticulture, animal husbandry, and forestry component. So now this is the model, I think, very attractive model, which is one of the model for a regenerative agriculture. Every day we can encash the cash, and every day we can engage the agriculture system. So that's the model. I think we are integrating tree component, we are integrating horticulture component like jasmine, we are integrating horticulture component like flowers, and we are integrating tree component. You can see tree component, vegetable component, and of course animal component. So all these things are very unique. So why I am saying this is one of the major innovation almost which can address the needs of small farmers. Small farmers can use this model not only for a livelihood but also for their regular income. And this model is innovated in such a way that it can yield monthly 30,000 rupees per acre. So that's the concept which we have introduced this particular model. But the only thing is we cannot engage outside laborers. We have to use our own family laborers. It's called family farming. So that's a system which we can use this model. And this model is a highly regenerative model which ensured the income. Next important innovation is mechanization. I think very hardly we are attempting mechanization, but of course now recently for the last 2 years, mechanization has been intensified, particularly land development. You know that after the JCP and all, land development has become very easy. But more than land development, mechanized pitting, we have now, you can see next video clipping, how mechanized pitting is able to help us to develop a plantations. Then after mechanized harvesting, semi-mechanized harvesting, we always use power chainsaws. Now another important innovation one of our consortium industry has done is the in-situ chipping. In-situ chipping is also now, you can see all the video clippings, how the mechanization has introduced innovations in agroforestry and forestry promotion in the state of Tamil Nadu. Innovation is value addition technology. Value addition technology for wood and wood resources. Then second one is value addition technology for residues. Already we have presented a value addition technology for briquetting. I think that is available on the YouTube. Now this value addition is for a timber value addition and also for the residue value addition. So all these things we can see video clipping. What are the value added products, particularly wood into antique, wood based products particularly wide range of wood-based products, like name board, like wood buildings, almost everything, wood ball, everything. Whatever the models you want, definitely that can be used by using a CNC-based technology. We can develop a system. Similarly, for value-added products, I think we have already presented briquetting. Similar to briquetting, pelleting technology, carbon technology, activated carbon technology. All these things, I think we can see the next video clipping how these are all done. Another major innovation is contract tree farming. I have already said contract tree farming has started in the year 2004 and 5 with the paper industry. Slowly we have extended this to plywood industry, match industry, biomass power industry, biofuel industry, timber industry, now oil seed industry. So why I am saying this, ultimately the concept of value chain starts from production up to consumption. Consumption is a major system. So one of the major consumption related issue is a contract tree farming. What are the benefits of contract farming, you can ask. The contract farming starts with the technological support, assured buyback, assured market. You can see various model, the contract tree farming incorporating value chain system right from production up to consumption system, like timber contract farming, timber value chain, plywood contract farming, plywood value chain, pulpwood contract farming, pulpwood value chain, energy, match wood, like that. This is very, very unique model. The advantage here, the model which we are promoting is a quad portrait model. I think we'll be having a separate presentation on contract farming, but this is only an innovative approach which we are throwing to the user agency and the farmers and other stakeholders, not only within the Tamil Nadu, but distributed across the country as well. This model is going to be a unique model for anyone who is interested in practicing agroforestry. Another major innovation is extending price supportive mechanism, designing a price supportive mechanism. Because you know that now marketability is a major issue faced by all the farmers. And that has been resolved by Forest College Research Institute to create a price supporting mechanism in association with the consortium industries and also some of the promoting the wood-based industries. So this was initiated right from 2005 onwards through the paper industries. And of course now today we are extending for a price supporting mechanism nearly to 12 major tree species, which included teak, mahogany, Melia dubia, eucalyptus, casuarina, subabul, Ailanthus excelsa and neem seeds also. So, like that, more than 12 different tree species, we are extending price supportive mechanism. And this price supportive mechanism is extended through the contract farming system. So, that is one of the another major innovations which we are doing it to promote agroforestry, not only in the state of Tamil Nadu, but in the entire country as well. Another major innovation is insurance for agroforestry farm grown trees. During the process of implementation right from 2008 and up to 2015, we experienced a wide range of natural cyclone, tsunami and other heavy cyclones. All these cyclones have taken a heavy toll of the planted agroforestry trees. So that made us to innovate what is called as a comprehensive tree insurance scheme. Fortunately, that has been developed for 7 different tree species which are amenable for agroforestry in the state of Tamil Nadu, and that has been presented to United India Insurance, and the insurance public sector undertaking, it has come forward to implement in Tamil Nadu. Currently, we are implementing this insurance mechanism. Anyway, we will be making a detailed presentation in the insurance as a separate video. But now insurance is one of the innovation introduced to protect forestry and agroforestry development, which will benefit the farmers, and ultimately it will increase the scope of enhancing the tree cover through forestry and agroforestry approaches. We have innovated what is called as an agroforestry tourism. This tourism is a unique model which will give you technology, which will give you pleasure in the form of recreation and aesthetic, which will give you work in the form of agriculture, actual doing agriculture and actual doing forestry, which will give you business opportunity, which will give you the holistic view of the aesthetic value. So all these things we have developed an agroforestry tourism model. That is one of the innovations. We will be seeing an elaborate presentation in the next video, particularly for the agroforestry tourism. But however, the concept of agroforestry tourism is pronounced as a part of innovations presented in this video presentation. Another major innovation in agroforestry sector is creation of the consortium of industrial agroforestry. Consortium is one of the institutional mechanism which resolves the issues right from production to consumption system through technological, organizational and marketing interventions. So we have seen elaborately like what is consortium, what are these activities. So this innovation we really wanted to present for as a part of the innovation, because this is an institutional mechanism which really sustains the needs of forestry and agroforestry sector, not only for the state of Tamil Nadu, but in the entire country as well. Another major innovation in forestry and agroforestry sector is creation of agroforestry business incubator or forest business incubator, first time in the country. And this incubator is mainly to create startups and MSME companies leveraging technology-based business enterprise. Already we have presented in detail about the agroforestry business incubator, but this is again we have shown as one of the innovation for only one reason. There is a possibility of translating agroforestry technology into a business enterprise. And so far we have created more than 106 incubators, out of which 25 of them are created as a startup companies. So that means that what are the facilities we are supporting? We are giving them technology, we are giving them business proposal, we are leveraging them with the financial resources, and ultimately we are linking with the market facilities. So that is one of the major innovation which currently agroforestry is expecting it, for which the institutional mechanism developed at Forest College is one of the model for the whole country. So now we have seen almost 14 different innovations. The innovations started from the clonal, the high yielding short rotation clones up to the business incubator. So intermittently we have seen the mechanization, mini clone technology, briquetting, contract tree farming, value chain model, price supportive system, alternate genetic resources, consortium and business incubator. I think each and every innovation we have elaborately presented. But this is cumulatively presented for only one reason, because the viewers may be a researcher or a farmer or a wood-based industry. They can understand like how the innovations are happening in the state of Tamil Nadu, how this has a very good replication potential across the country and across the outside the country as well. Because why I am saying this, now today agroforestry is gaining a significant attraction and forestry is also gaining significant attraction. And this attraction and attention is because of due to policy and legal regulations. We have to protect the natural forests. Simultaneously we have to create forests outside the natural forest in the form of either agroforestry or a farm forestry or any system of trees outside forestry, for which the innovative mechanism, the innovative ideas, the innovative systems and developments are very, very essential. For this to address these issues, Forest College and Research Institute, not only now, during the last 15 years, right from 2004-5 onwards, as on today, we have been innovating new ideas, new concepts, new technology-based institutional mechanism. All these things are, helping the farmers, helping the industries, helping the country as a whole towards sustainability in raw material generation, towards augmenting the productivity of land use system, improving the profitability of the farmers, and ultimately protecting the whole natural forest, both for conservation and also protecting the environment in the form of increased carbon sequestration process. So all these ideas, innovative ideas, concepts and the models designed and implemented by Forest College and Research Institute in association with the Consortium of Industrial Agroforestry, is a very beautiful model for experiencing, for learning the experiences, for replicating the experiences, for adapting the whole system, so that this will enhance the trees outside forests, will enhance the productivity of the land use system, and ultimately it will protect both the forest and the environment as per the needs of the government agencies. Thank you everyone for patiently listening to all our ideas, concepts, and your continued encouragement will help us to give more technologies, more systems, more institutional mechanisms, particularly to promote forestry and agroforestry in the whole country. Thank you everyone.